In my best little mellow voice, I will say, welcome to the Dude's Nest. Well, it's topical, happening right now in the news, so yeah, I don't mind talking about those kind of things because they're something we have to deal with, especially today. Better that we deal with them now than 2 generations from now, which is where we're at now, is it's been happening for generations and nobody's addressed it. And like I was saying, it's even harder sometimes when it comes to men in the workplace because men aren't encouraged to share that. They're not given the same kind of dignity as victims that sometimes women are. Not that women are given much dignity as victims. Victims are victims, and they shouldn't be slighted in the least. But certainly, it's even harder for a male to come forward and say I was sexually harassed because everybody expects him to take it and run with it, And I think that was kind of, I started that point before and I kind of wandered off from it as I do. Yeah, that's an issue that I don't mind talking about open. I think that's an important one. Good old sexual harassment issue. Because I've seen that one thrown around in the workplace a couple times where I didn't agree with it, where I was like, wow, okay. Watch what I say, Started learning that in the 90s. That got real big in the 90s. There's multiple sides to any movement, and the feminist movement is no different. There are women out there that are truly victims of the misogynistic male, and there are women out there who play the victims because they dislike males or for any number of other reasons. And I hope that those aren't the people that we're seeing coming forward. I hope that we're seeing, sadly, true victims that are being honest with what's happening to them and bringing those things to light when they need to be and not overshadowing real cases. That's the problem when people make shit up, is it overshadows real victims and real cases. And that's what I'm trying to say there. The invasive species that we are going into space. Kind of crazy when we've got employees that aren't getting paid enough to survive their paychecks, but yet they can build giant penises and shoot them into space and not blink an eye. Money well spent there, Jeff. Anywho, who am I to judge, right? I didn't earn that money. It's not mine to say how he spends it. But I have some suggestions. If he'd just ask me, just ask me. How would I spend the 4-point-something billion dollars that he spent to go to the moon or fly into space? How would you spend that kind of money? I know I do try to do something better than going to space with it. A lot of people you could help with that kind of money, man. Just pay your employees. How about that? That's a good start. What a nice health benefit package for your employees. Because even if you did that, you'd still make like $53 billion a year. That's the thing, is like, you don't want to judge people for making a living in this country, but at the same time, you see the kind of money that's being talked about, and it is kind of nauseating when you see the self-gratification of those kind of people where they're just shooting themselves into space, going, look at me, when you see people in the streets, going, please look at me. Somehow there's an imbalance there that we somehow need to correct. I don't know what the answer is for it. I don't know if there even is a real answer for it. But when do we stop treating each other like refuse? We talk about with the dumpster dives, I talk about living in a disposable society, but when did people become so disposable to us? When did we stop giving a shit about our elderly once we stick them in a home and we don't even bother to go see our family members that are in nursing homes and whatnot? We're just throwing each other away. When did parents think that they could just toss their kids to the side and walk out? When did we get to that mindset? When did we become a society of disposable people? Where people don't work at fixing their relationships anymore and working through hardships and tragedies. People don't think about bonding together as families to get through the struggling times financially and things like that. They just separate everybody. This society is programmed to make us separate to get help. We have to be all on our own to get anyone in the system to acknowledge us. Moms can't just go to the welfare office and apply for the family with the other parent still in the house. Well, where's the father? Well, he's at home. Well, then we can't help you. Now, if the father leaves the home and separates from the wife, guess what? They'll suddenly give her the single mom status and give her the help that the family needed all along, but now they've driven a family apart. Now, is that a system that's working? I don't think so. You have the same issue on the border right now with the immigration issues. Families being separated for months and months at a time, years at a time in some cases. Children being pulled from their parents. This is not right. This kind of stuff should not be happening in 2021. When the fuck do we evolve, folks? Come on. When do we get out of our fucking holes and start treating each other like human beings and not like objects and like disposable waste product? You know, look, I know there's a lot of us and we're used to each other, so maybe we're taking each other for granted. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's just so many of us on the fucking planet that we just take each other for granted. Oh, there's plenty of humans to go around. Fuck them. Maybe. What do you think? What do you fucking think? Send me an email at thedudesnest@gmail.com. Tell me what you think. Get involved. If you can catch us live, get involved in the live chats. I'd love to hear your feedback right now. What do you think? Is it time that we start treating each other like human beings across the board? Or do we continue to marginalize groups of people based on their sexual orientation, their sexual preference, their sexual identity, their color of their skin, the nationality that they were born in, their cultural diversity, their religious preferences and choices? What the fuck is it that has to stop for us to put all that shit aside and treat each other like fucking human beings? Question of the day. Jay, I hope you like that rant. That was a good one. I don't get it. I don't get why when we turn on the media, it's filled with all this hate. I go on TikTok and I see so many Black Americans saying, "Dear white people, why do you fucking hate us?" Guys, let me tell you something. We don't hate you. Most of us don't hate you. Most of us have been taught to fear you. And we're trying to get over it. So we appreciate your patience, but we got your back. We're trying to get better. I think most of us are trying to get better. There's still some assholes out there that are just fucking racist. Fuck them. You're judging anybody by the color of the skin, dude. You got better goggles than I do. Because it's fucking archaic thinking. We need to get past that shit. If we're ever going to be better human beings, we have to get past our prejudices. We have to get past our moral bullshit, you know, our self-righteous indignation at the rest of the world. Stop it. Stop it. Open your heart up a little bit. Get to know people for who they are, not what they look like or what they are on the outside, what they appear to be to you. Get to know them. Only open hearts are going to change minds. That's it. I mean, if gas is over $4 a gallon a lot of places now, it's got to be immensely expensive just to ship produce. You got farmers being told to just get rid of their crops. You got corporations being told to dump oil supplies. These are the things I'm seeing. I don't know if there's any fact to what's going on. I mean, something's up. Gotta wonder. Makes you think and scratch your head, if anything, right? If it doesn't, you got your head in the sand. These things have got to make you curious, right? What's really going on? If the government's telling companies and farmers, you know, hey, dump your supplies, but gas keeps going up to over $4 a gallon, what's really up? Might want to start asking questions, folks. Old man's shoulders need some liniment. I'm so old. I'm stiffening up. My joints are stiff. Well, you're rolling them too tight. No, not that kind of joint, you dang fool. If you've been listening, this has been The Dude's Nest. I am your host, The Dude, or have been your host, The Dude. I want to say blessings to whoever needs them. I want to say love to whoever needs to know. And I want to remind everybody, if you want to have a better world, you got to try to be better humans. So keep checking in with us at The Dude's Nest. We hope that you will continue to like and follow and subscribe and whatever this platform allows you to do to show us a little love here at The Dude's Nest. We love talking to you. I will try to be on more frequently with some more content soon. Again, game streaming is coming. I promise. I won't not do it. And remember, if you want to build a better world, let's try to be better humans. You have a great day.